Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here, friends. Today I'm going to talk about ARKG. We rarely ever do any technical analysis on ARKG, but I'm seeing a very interesting bullish pattern forming on ARKG. That's what I want to talk to you about today. I'll also venture on to what are the prerequisites that have to be met in order to meet the price target that I'm setting for ARKG. You saw it first here. Let's get started. Welcome back, friends. Here we are in the TradingView chart, and this is the chart for ARKG. Each of the candle is a one-day candle, and if you recollect, I'm just going to remove the extra lines that I had drawn. I'll draw it again later for you. So if you recollect, earlier we had done a cup and handle pattern, and we predicted a target, and we met and exceeded the target. So that was good news. Now what I'm looking at is the formation of a head and shoulder pattern, which is a bullish pattern. It's a reverse head and shoulder, so it is bullish. If it was a regular head and shoulder pattern, it's bearish. So we are lucky. We have a reverse head and shoulder pattern coming up here. This is the first shoulder. This was the head. And now we are forming the second shoulder. So this is the way I visualize it. And now, as always, we have to find out what is the neckline. So I'll join this here. Where is my line? So I'll join this out here to this, and I'll extend it a little further. Let me pull this here. I'll extend this a little more further, because right now what we have drawn is a line of resistance which is connecting the peak of the two heads. So that's what I have done so far. Okay. Now next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another trend line and follow from the very bottom. This is the bottom of the head, and I'm going to take it all the way to the neckline and click. So I'm going to clone this one and change that into orange and pick this up and place it right on top of this neckline. So that gives me a target for ARKG at around 44.39, and interestingly we also have a resistance line out there. Our target is just above 44.39. we are at 44.61, but there is already a resistance from the past that is sitting at around 44.39. Okay, all this is good, right? But this line that we have drawn here, this is typically a line of resistance because it's above the price point. So I have to make it red, which means that we have to break through this. Now this is where the biggest and trickiest part comes in. If you were to look at the regular progression, assuming that this is going to just pick up and move, I think somewhere out here is where we will try to break out above this line of resistance. And this is going to be the hardest point because it's the confluence of this diagonal line of resistance and it's the confluence of this horizontal line of resistance, which is at around 34.74. So if we cross 34.74, then I think we have a very good chance of reaching the target of 44.56, which is the target that I have set up for now. If I look at the momentum, I can see that the momentum is dropping a little bit, but okay, let me collect my thoughts. Coming back to ARKG, the MACD and the RSI do not seem that great right now, but we don't need this to be a straight line up. It can be a little bit of consolidation move up as long as it crosses this line without going down below this. I think below this line of 31.11, I think we are going to be good because the head has formed here. And the shoulder is here and another shoulder is here. So head and shoulders should look good, I'm thinking. Let us see what happens. This is all I wanted to talk to you guys about. With that said, I think I would like to bring this video to an end. It's a very short video. The interesting thing about ARKG is that its RSI and momentum all will get dictated by all the underlyings, and CRISPR is one of the strong underlying in there. I'll be making a separate video on CRISPR therapeutics shortly. At that time, we'll take a little bit deep dive on the technical analysis as well as a little bit of its pipeline and everything. But I think CRISPR is on a good wicket, and I think Caribou Biosciences also should do good. Overall, I think ARKG has got the right kind of mix, and it should do better. The emergence of a head and shoulder, I think we have caught it early, and let's keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully the second part also becomes a shoulder, and then we'll have to look for the magic. It will be phenomenal. So this is again my personal opinion, not for financial advice. So please do your own due diligence. But just for the sake of seeing how good our prediction is, we'll watch and see whether this happens or not. In the past, our cup and handle predictions have come true most of the time, and some of the time they have fizzled out. And again, let me caution you, all these things that we do, they do not matter as much, because there are so many participants with so many different ideas and so many different logic, buying and selling, that's the aggregate of all that is what happens to the market. So I think the big movers are huge analysts like Dan Ives or somebody. If they say something, or Kathy Woods comes out and says something, then things can move. The other big mover will be the Fed, and yet another one is going to be the interest rate or the yields. So those are the major movers. Retail investors like us are at the mercy of those. So the only thing we can do is be careful when we enter a position, and do not put everything and the kitchen sink into one favorite stock. Distribute the risk, take only as much risk as you can afford to take, and you have control when you're entering. You don't have control when you're exiting, because when you're trying to sell a share, it will only get sold when somebody is willing to pay the price for it. So the buyer controls that. So if you keep that logic in mind, I think you'll be peaceful. I sleep well at night. I used to be a voracious trader, but now I have a lot of discipline in place. I don't trade very often. It's very rare. And those trades generally come out well. With that said, my friends, I'd like to bring this video to an end. Thanks and have a great day. Please put your comments. If you like more videos like this, let me know and I'll do more of these. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.